Found that old photograph tucked in the drawer, the one where we're laughing, asleep on the floor. You had that light in your eyes, I had my innocent smile. Before all the bitterness stretched out for miles, I traced the lines of your face with a trembling hand, wondering how we got lost in this desolate land. We used to be magic, we used to be gold, a beautiful story that begged to be told. But somewhere between the whispers and the pain, we stood out too long in the freezing cold rain. I don't just miss you, I miss who we were when the edges were sharp and the world was a blur. When I was your shelter and you were my home, before we were strangers, just sleeping alone. I can't get us back, no matter how hard I pray. I miss who we were before we threw us away. I put on the record we played in the dark. The crackle and pop used to ignite a spark, but now it just sounds like a funeral song, a heavy reminder of where we went wrong. I'm a ghost in this kitchen, just pouring the wine, remembering a moment when your heart was mine. We used to be magic, we used to be gold, a beautiful story that begged to be told. But somewhere between the whispers and the pain, we stood out too long in the freezing cold rain. I don't just miss you, I miss who we were when the edges were sharp and the world was a blur. When I was your shelter and you were my home, before we were strangers, just sleeping alone. I can't get us back, no matter how hard I pray. I miss who we were before we threw us away. Time is a thief with a cruel steady hand, slipping the hourglass, draining the sand. I look in the mirror and I don't see the girl who used to be the absolute center of your world. I don't just miss you, I miss who we were when the edges were sharp and the world was a blur. When I was your shelter and you were my home, before we were strangers, just sleeping alone. I can't get us back, no matter how hard I pray. I miss who we were before we threw us away. Who we were, such a beautiful thing, now just a memory. I miss who we were. Pour me some coffee. You sat on the bed. You took both my hands and carefully measured what you said. Your voice was so tender, your eyes were so kind, as you started untangling the ties that we bind. You didn't raise just quietly ended my world on a Tuesday. There was no sudden anger, no plates on the floor, just the quietest exit right out of my door. I wanted to hate you, I wanted to fight, but you wrapped up my heartbreak in a soft, gentle light. You let me down softly, like a feather in the breeze. You broke my whole spirit with such elegant ease. A beautiful tragedy, a polite little kill. You emptied my heart, but you kept it so still. I'm bleeding out slowly in a comfortable bed, because you let me down softly with the sweet things you said. You said it was you, you said it wasn't my fault. You locked all our memories right into the vault. You kissed my forehead, you wiped away my tear, and suddenly, baby, you were no longer here. A gentleman's exit, a flawless goodbye, leaving a lady alone here to cry. There was no sudden anger, no plates on the floor, just the quietest exit right out of my door. I wanted to hate you, I wanted to fight, but you wrapped up my heartbreak in a soft, gentle light. You let me down softly, like a feather in the breeze. You broke my whole spirit with such elegant ease. A beautiful tragedy, a polite little kill. You emptied my heart, but you kept it so still. I'm bleeding out slowly in a comfortable bed, because you let me down softly with the sweet things you said. A violent end would have given me a reason to scream, but this gentle departure just feels like a dream. I can't even curse your name in the dark, because you were so careful when you tore us apart. You let me down softly, like a feather in the breeze. You broke my whole spirit with such elegant ease. A beautiful tragedy, a polite little kill. You emptied my heart, but you kept it so still. I'm bleeding out slowly in a comfortable bed, because you let me down softly with the sweet things you said. So soft, so gentle, it still hurts the same. You let me down softly. Held on so tightly, my knuckles turned white. I prayed to the shadows in the middle of the night. I glued every fracture, I taped every seam. I poured all my weight and I was into this dream. I was the anchor, I was the heavy stone, trying to build us a castle out of nothing but bone. But water slips through the tightest of hands, and love doesn't yield to a woman's demands. I gave you my breath, I gave you my soul, but two broken halves don't make a swallowed my pride to keep the peace in the room. I watered a garden that refused to bloom. I made all the compromises, took all the blame. I tried to protect the fragile flicker of our flame, but the wind was too heavy, the winter too deep, and the promises made were too heavy to keep. But water slips through the tightest of hands, and love doesn't yield to a woman's demands. I gave you my breath, I gave you my soul, but two broken halves don't make a new whole. I tried to save it, but I couldn't keep us. I swept up the ashes, I swallowed the dust. I played every card, I rolled every bone, but some seeds just die when they're planted in stone. I failed at the one thing I wanted the most. I couldn't keep us, and now I'm loving a ghost. Oh, hey, they say love is enough if you just try your best, but I gave you my all and I failed the damn test. I'm so exhausted, I'm falling apart, carrying the corpse of a love in my heart. I tried to save it, but I couldn't keep us. I swept off the ashes, I swallowed the dust. I played every card, I rolled every bone, but some seeds just die when they're planted in stone. I failed at the one thing I wanted the most. I couldn't keep us, and now I'm loving a ghost. I tried so hard, I really did. I couldn't keep us. I'm sorry. It's been 2 whole winters since you walked away. I've learned how to function, I've learned what to say. I smile at the parties, I dress up so nice. I don't even talk about you, I don't roll those dice. My friends say I'm glowing, they say I'm brand new, but underneath the makeup I'm still black and blue. Time is a bandage that covers the skin, but it doesn't reach down to where the ache begins. I can hide the wreckage, I can sweep the floor, but my heart is still bleeding behind a locked door. After all of the distance, after all of the cost, in the dead of the night, I still feel the loss. An invisible anchor, a heavy dull ache, a permanent crack that continues to break. I learned how to walk without holding your hand, but I still feel the loss of my only man. I smell your cologne on a stranger in the street, and suddenly my fragile knees forget how to meet. a song on the radio, a particular chord, and I'm falling right back on my own bloody sword. I'm a functional woman getting by on my own, but this empty apartment is not a real home. Time is a bandage that covers the skin, but it doesn't reach down to where the ache begins. I can hide the wreckage, I can sweep the floor, but my heart is still bleeding behind a locked door. After all of the distance, after all of the cost, in the dead of the night, I still feel the loss. An invisible anchor, a heavy dull ache, a permanent crack that continues to break. I learned how to walk without holding your hand, but I still feel the loss of my only man. They promise you closure, they promise you peace. They say that the hurting will finally cease, but grief is a shadow that stretches for miles, hiding right under my rehearsed little smiles. After all of the distance, after all of the cost, in the dead of the night, I still feel the loss. An invisible anchor, a heavy dull ache, a permanent crack that continues to break. I learned how to walk without holding your hand, but I still feel the loss of my only man. It never really goes away, I just carry it, I still feel it, I still feel the loss. I stop checking the window when I hear a car door. I stop leaving a light on over the floor. I packed up your jackets, I gave them away. I stopped pretending you were just gone for the day. The denial was sweet, it kept me alive, but it's a dangerous vehicle for a woman to drive. The illusions have shattered, fantasy broke. I'm finally choking on the reality smoke. There's no grand return, no knock at the door, just me and the quiet that I can't ignore. Curtains are drawn, God help me, I finally know you're gone. I deleted your number, erased all the texts, stopped asking the heavens about what happens next. I sit in the silence and stare at the wall, accepting the fact that you will never call. It's a bitter pill, it burns on the way down to know I'm the quiet that I can't ignore. Is over, the curtains are drawn. God help me, I finally know you're gone. Acceptance is heavier than the desperate hope. It's letting go completely of the fraying rope. It's falling through the darkness with no safety net, and living with the things that I can never forget. The cold hard truth underneath my skin. I'm not waiting for a miracle, not holding my breath. I'm just a solitary woman walking through the valley of death. The chapter is over, the curtains are drawn. God help me, I finally know you're gone. You're gone, I know it now. I'm on my own, I know you're gone. I used to cry at the thought of walking away. I used to beg God for a reason to stay, but you turned into ice, so bitter and cold. You treated this love like something you bought and you sold. You stopped holding my hand, you stopped asking my name. You turned our sanctuary into a cynical game. I was so terrified to take the final step, to abandon the beautiful secrets we kept. But you pushed me so hard to the edge of the cliff that jumping just felt like a terrible gift. You made living easy, you made the choice clear. You starved me of affection until there was nothing left here. I didn't walk away from a man who was kind. I ran from a shadow that was poison in my mind. You took away the guilt, you took away the pain. You made living easy, like walking in the rain. I packed up my suitcase right there in the hall, and you didn't even lift an eyebrow at all. You looked at the TV, completely detached, while the very last lock of our life was unlatched. A woman can't own what is already dead, and you killed it completely with the things you once said. I was so terrified to take the final step, to abandon the beautiful secrets we kept. But you pushed me so hard to the edge of the cliff that jumping just felt like a You took away the pain. You made living easy, like walking in the rain. I thought breaking up would tear me apart, but you had already broken every piece of my heart. Walking out the door was the only way to breathe. You didn't give me a single reason not to leave. You made living easy. You made the choice clear. You starved me of affection until there was nothing left here. I didn't walk away from a man who was kind. I ran from a shadow that was poison in my mind. You took away the guilt, you took away the pain. You made living easy, like walking in the rain. I didn't even look back. There was nothing to see. You made it easy. You made living easy. The calendar page was just about to turn. I still had so much about you I wanted to learn. I bought 2 tickets for a show in July. I never imagined that we were living a lie. It was a Tuesday morning, the coffee was hot when you suddenly untied our beautiful night. You packed up a bag while I stood in the door. My jaw was completely dropped to the floor. You had it all planned, you had it mapped out, while I was entirely blind to the doubt. Wasn't ready for the curtain to drop. I wasn't ready for the music to stop. I was mid-sentence, planning the rest of our life, and you cut the cord with a surgical knife. I'm standing here breathless, dizzy and blind, because I wasn't ready for you to leave me behind. I didn't have time to put my armor on. In 1 second you're here, and the next you are gone. I'm a deer in the headlights, caught in the glare, reaching out for a hand that is no longer there. You practiced your lines in the dark of the night, while I was just dreaming, bathed in the light. You packed up a bag while I stood in the door. My jaw was completely dropped to the floor. You had it all planned, you had it mapped out, while I was entirely blind to the doubt. cold night. I'm standing here breathless, dizzy and blind, because I wasn't ready for you to leave me behind. I was still in shock. I wasn't ready. It happened so fast. I wasn't ready. You took your sweaters, you took your guitar, you took all the maps that were inside my car. You gathered your books and your favorite chair. You left the apartment so remarkably bare. But looking around in the dust and the gloom, there's one thing you missed when you emptied the room. You packed up your life into boxes of brown and took the first train going out of this town. You made a clean break, you made a clean sweep, but there is a shadow you couldn't help but keep. And the part you left behind, a shattered woman losing her mind. The collateral of your quick getaway, the messy remains at the end of the day. You took all the beautiful pieces we made and left me alone in the freezing cold shade. I'm the broken half you couldn't pack up and find. I am the part you left behind. I sit on the floor where the sofa used to be, surrounded by the silence of a life without me. I was a fixture, a lamp in the hall, just an accessory you hung on the wall. When you moved on to a brand new estate, I was the baggage carrying too much weight. You packed up your life into boxes of brown and took the first train going out of this town. But there is a shadow you couldn't help but keep. And the part you left behind, a shattered woman losing her mind. The collateral damage of your quick getaway, the messy remains at the end of the day. You took all the beautiful pieces we pack up and find. I am the part you left behind. Did you even look back when you locked the front door? Did you think about the woman crying on the floor? I wasn't a jacket you could just throw away. I was a living, breathing soul that begged you to stay. Shattered woman losing her mind. The collateral damage of your quick getaway, the messy remains at the end of the day. You took all the beautiful pieces we made and left me alone in the freezing cold shade. I'm the broken half you couldn't pack up and find. I am the part you left behind, just the leftovers, just the debris. You took everything except me. I was sinking deep into the shifting sand. I held on to you while you were dragging me down. I was a foolish woman, refusing to drown. You were the anchor, pulling me to the deep, making promises you had no intention to keep. My fingers were bleeding, my muscles were torn. I was cursing the day that this romance was born. I loved you so fiercely, I loved you so deep, but my own survival is a promise I must keep. I had to let go to save my own life. I had to walk away from the edge of the knife. It broke my own heart to open my hand, but I couldn't survive in your barren wasteland. I love you completely, I always will know, but to keep on breathing, I had to let go. You looked at me shocked when I released my grip, when I finally abandoned this sinking ship. You thought my devotion would blind me to the truth, that I'd waste the rest of my fleeting youth. But a woman can only take so much of the pain before she seeks shelter from the freezing rain. My fingers were bleeding, my muscles were torn. I was cursing the day that this romance was born. I loved you so fiercely, I loved you so deep, but my own survival is a promise I must keep. I had to let go to save my own life. I had to walk away from the edge of the knife. It broke my own heart to open my hand, but I couldn't survive in your barren wasteland. I love you completely, I always will know, but to keep on breathing, I had to let go. It was the hardest decision I ever had to make, to walk away knowing my own heart would break. But loving you was a slow kind of suicide, and I had to rescue the woman inside. To let go to save my own life. I had to walk away from the edge of the knife. It broke my own heart to open my hand, but I couldn't survive in your barren wasteland. I love you completely, I always will know, but to keep on breathing, I had to let go. I'm sorry, I had to survive, I had to let go. I ran into you at the corner cafe. asked if I was doing okay. You looked at me like I was the girl from before, the one who lay crying upon your front floor. But the eyes looking back are harder and cold. I'm a brand new woman, I broke the old mold. The trauma you caused was a furnace of flame. It burned off my innocence, it burned off the shame. I forged a new armor out of the debris, and the woman standing here is a mystery. You don't know me now, I'm a stranger to you. I'm not the fragile girl that you broke right into. I changed my reflection, I hardened my heart, I stitched up the places you tore all apart. You're looking for the victim that used to bow, but baby, you don't even know me now. You asked if I still like my coffee black. I just politely smiled and I took a step back. You tried to reach out and touch my left arm, but I pulled away to protect me from harm. You thought I'd be waiting, frozen in time, but I climbed a mountain you couldn't climb. The trauma you caused was a furnace of flame. It burned off my innocence, it burned off the shame. I forged a new armor out of the debris, and the woman standing here is a mystery. You don't know me now, I'm a stranger to you. I'm not the fragile girl that you broke right into. I changed my reflection, I hardened my heart, I stitched up the places you tore all apart. You're looking for the victim that used to bow, but baby, you don't even know me now. I had to reinvent every piece of my soul to patch up the terrible gaping black hole. You lost the privilege of knowing my mind when you casually left my poor spirit behind. You don't know me now, I'm a stranger to you. I'm not the fragile girl that you broke right into. I changed my reflection, I hardened my heart, I stitched up the places you tore all apart. You're looking for the victim that used to bow, but baby, you don't even know me now. Nice to see you, but I gotta go. I'm not her anymore. You don't know me now. I emptied my pockets, I emptied my soul, I paid every toll just to make you feel whole. I gave you my mornings, I gave you my youth, I blinded myself to the ugly, cold truth. I was a fountain that poured out for years, watering a garden sang you sweet songs, a desperate carol. I sacrificed my peace to quiet your mind and left my own sanity completely behind. I gave you everything down to the bone. Now I'm standing here completely alone. I gave you my sunshine, I took all your rain, I absorbed every ounce of your masculine pain. My well is run dry, I have nothing to bring, because God help me, I gave you everything. I don't have a hobby, I don't have a friend, because you were my focus right to the end. I poured all my gravity into your space and completely forgot the lines of my face. I am a ghost of a woman, a shadow, a shell, trapped in the bottom of a dry, dusty well. I scraped the bottom of my own heavy barrel. I sang you sweet songs, a desperate carol. I sacrificed my peace to quiet your mind and left my own sanity completely behind. I gave you everything down to the bone. Now I'm standing here completely alone. I gave you my sunshine, I took all your rain, I absorbed every ounce of your masculine pain. My well is run dry, I have nothing to bring, because God help me, I gave you everything. You took all the love, you took all the grace, you took all the beauty right out of my face. And when I was empty and when I was weak, you walked right away without bothering to speak. I gave you everything down to the bone. Now I'm standing here completely alone. I gave you my sunshine, I took all your rain, I absorbed every ounce of your masculine pain. My well is run dry, I have nothing to bring, because God help me, I gave you everything. I have nothing left, not even for me. I gave it all to you, everything. Everything. I remember the night in the middle of fall, when you said those words standing out in the hall. They hung in the air like a poisonous cloud. Though you whispered them soft, they were deafeningly loud. I forgave you the next day, I kissed you again, but the poison was already deep in the pen. We tried to pretend it was business as usual. We went to the dinners, we acted so mutual, but a crack in the mirror distorts the whole view. And I was looking at a fractured version of you. Since that exact moment, we were never the same. We were just two strangers playing a delicate game. The trust was shattered, the magic was gone. We were just acting a play, putting it on. We limped down the road, too afraid to lay blame. But after that night, we were never the same. You bought me some flowers, you bought me a ring, trying to buy back the joy of the spring. I wore it and smiled, I played the good wife, while a cold creeping dread took over my life. The foundation was rotten, the wood was decayed. We were living inside a mistake that we made. We tried to pretend it was business as usual. We went to the dinners, we acted so mutual. But a crack in the mirror distorts the whole view, and I was looking at a fractured version of you. Since that exact moment, we were never the same. We were just two strangers playing a delicate game. The trust was shattered, the magic was gone. We were just acting a play, putting it on. We limped down the road, too afraid to lay blame. But after that night, we were never the same. You can apologize a million times to the sun, but it doesn't undo the eclipse when it's done. Some words are bullets, they tear through the skin and kill off the beautiful love from within. Since that exact moment, we were never the same. We were just two strangers playing a delicate game. Our trust was shattered, the magic was gone. We were just acting a play, putting it on. We limped down the road, too afraid to lay blame. But after that night, we were never the same. It broke that night, we just pretended it didn't. But I knew, never the same. You stood in the doorway with your coat on your arm, looking so handsome, still holding your charm. You asked for a hug, a final embrace. I looked at the absolute pity in your face. My throat closed up tight, my lips wouldn't move. There was nothing left to say, nothing left to prove. The silence was heavy, a suffocating weight. I was standing paralyzed in the face of my fate. I wanted to scream, I wanted to cry, but the words were trapped deep and my mouth went dry. I couldn't say goodbye, I couldn't form the word. It felt too final, too cruel, too absurd to utter the syllables ending my life, to verbally sign off on the edge of the knife. I just let you walk out under the darkening sky, because waited a minute, you looked at your shoes, knowing that I was the ultimate loser to lose. You whispered, take care, you turned the brass knob, while I swallowed down a humiliating sob. I stood like a statue carved out of stone, entering an era of being alone. The silence was heavy, a suffocating weight. I was standing paralyzed in the face of my fate. I wanted to scream, I wanted to cry, but the words were trapped deep in my mouth went dry. I couldn't say goodbye, I couldn't form the word. It felt too final, too cruel, too absurd to utter the syllables ending my life, to verbally sign off on the edge of the knife. I just let you walk out under the darkening sky, because my broken heart couldn't say goodbye. If I said the word, it would make it all real. It would validate the terrible pain that I feel. So I chose the silence, a cowardly choice, because I couldn't bear the sound of my breaking voice. I couldn't say goodbye, I couldn't form the word. It felt too final, too cruel, too absurd to utter the syllables ending my life, to verbally sign off on the edge of the knife. I just let you walk out under the darkening sky, because my broken heart couldn't say goodbye. You just left, and I said nothing. I couldn't do it, I couldn't say goodbye. No letter on the table, no text on the phone, just a set of keys left on the countertop stone. I checked all the closets, your clothes were all gone, a vanishing act before the crack of the dawn. No explanation, no list of my crimes. I've replayed the last month 1,000 times. Did I say something wrong? Was I too insecure? Was the love that I gave you not beautiful and pure? My mind is a maze of a million what ifs, standing alone on the edge of the cliffs. You left me wondering, searching for a clue, analyzing every single thing that we used to do. You denied me the closure, the grace of a fire. You just faded to black in the middle of the night. I'm haunted by questions I can never untie. You left me wondering without a goodbye. I ask all our friends if they know where you are. They give me sad looks like staring at a scar. They say that you're fine, you just needed space, but space doesn't explain the cruelty of this place. I'm a detective in a crime scene of the heart, trying to figure out how it all fell apart. Did I say something wrong? Was I too insecure? Was the love that I gave you not beautiful and pure? My mind is a maze of a million what ifs, standing alone on the edge of the cliffs. You left me wondering, searching for a clue, analyzing every single thing that we used to do. You denied me the closure, the grace of a fight. You just faded to black in the middle of the night. I'm haunted by questions I can never untie. You left me wondering without a goodbye. It's mental torture, it's an agonizing game to bear the grief without knowing the blame. Just tell me you hate me, tell me I'm flawed. Don't leave me hanging, appealing to God. You left me wondering, searching for a clue, analyzing every single thing that we used to do. You denied me the closure, the grace of a fight. You just faded to black in the middle of the night. I'm haunted by questions I can never untie. You left me wondering goodbye. Why did you go? What did I do? I'll never know. You left me wondering. Look in my baggage, the weight that I bring, the way that I ruin almost every good thing. I'm moody and anxious, I'm scared of the dark. I'm a hurricane blowing right through a park. I demanded so much, I gave you no peace, so I understand why you needed release. I wanted to hate you for walking away, I wanted to paint you as the villain today. But looking in the mirror, transparent and clear, I see the real reason that you are not here. I don't blame you for leaving, I don't blame you at all. I'm a very heavy woman, preparing to fall. You try to hold me up, you try to be strong, but carrying my sadness was just fundamentally wrong. It breaks my heart open, but the truth is so true. If I were in your shoes, I would have left too. You had that light, you had so much grace, but my shadows were slowly consuming your face. I watched you dim down, I watched your joy fade, I watched you get trapped in the prison I made. You had to escape to save your own soul before my depression swallowed you whole. I wanted to hate you for walking away, I wanted to paint you as the villain today. But looking in the mirror, transparent and clear, I see the real reason that you are not here. I don't blame you for leaving, I don't blame you at all. I'm a very heavy woman, preparing to fall. You tried to hold me up, you tried to be strong, but carrying my sadness was just fundamentally wrong. It breaks my heart open, but the truth is so true. If I were in your shoes, I would have left you. Forgiveness is easy when the fault is my own. I reap the exact bitter seeds I have sown. I love you enough to want you to fly, even if it means I'm left here to cry. I don't blame you for leaving, I don't blame you at all. I'm a very heavy woman, preparing to fall. You tried to hold me up, you tried to be strong, but carrying my sadness was just fundamentally wrong. It breaks my heart open, but the truth is so true. If I were in your shoes, I would have left to go be happy. You deserve it. I'm sorry I was so heavy. I don't blame you. Put it on life support, wired up the machines. I bought all the books and I read magazines. I tried every therapy, tried every cure, trying to keep our affection secure. I stayed up all night holding its hand, watching it slip away into the sand. I was a doctor with a desperate plea, but the patient was dying right in front of me. You can't breathe life into a motionless lung. You can't rewrite a song that has already been sung. It's the love I couldn't save, no matter the fight. It slipped through my fingers in the dead of the night. I gave it my blood, I gave it my tears. I poured in the effort of so many years. But the monitor flatlined, the beautiful wave, just a tragic goodbye to the love I couldn't save. I look at the photographs, so vibrant and red, now lying so pale in a hospital bed. It used to be dancing, it used to be wild, it used to be innocent, just like a child. But the sickness crept in, a quiet decay, and all of my nursing couldn't keep it away. I was a doctor with a desperate plea, but the patient was dying right in front of me. You can't breathe life into a motionless lung. You can't rewrite a song that has already been sung. beautiful way, just a tragic goodbye to the love I couldn't save. I have to accept that I did all I could. I stood in the fire where nobody would. I laid down the flowers, I carved out the stone, and walked from the graveyard completely alone. It's the love I couldn't save. No matter the fight, no matter the fight, through my fingers in the dead of the night, I gave it my blood, I gave it my tears, I poured in the effort of so many years. But the monitor flatlined, the beautiful way, just a tragic goodbye to the love I couldn't save. Rest in peace, I tried my best, it just died, the love I couldn't save. I left the porch light on for 102 days, staring down the driveway through a desperate haze. I jumped at every footstep, I jumped at the phone, refusing to believe that I was truly alone. I kept your dinner warm, I kept the bed made, a loyal little woman in the shadow and shade. They told me to move on, they told me you're gone, but I held on to the promise of a beautiful dawn. I was convinced it was just a mistake, a temporary pause for our own sanity's sake. I kept waiting for a knock that never came. I kept waiting for you to whisper my name. I wasted my summer, I wasted my fall, waiting for a man who wasn't coming at all. I chained my own heart to an empty front gate. I kept waiting, baby, but it's gotten too late. I made up excuses for why you delayed. You were busy, you were hurt, you were simply afraid. I defended your honor to all of my friends, believing this story would have a sweet end. But the seasons turned over, the leaves turned to brown, and you never stepped foot back inside of this town. They told me to move on, they told me you're gone, but I held on to the promise of a beautiful dawn. I was convinced it was just a mistake, a temporary pause for our own sanity's sake. I kept waiting for a knock that never came. I kept waiting for you to whisper my name. I wasted my summer, I wasted my fall, waiting for a man who wasn't coming at all. I chained my own heart to an empty front gate. I kept waiting, baby, but it's gotten too late. Hope is a prison with invisible bars. It keeps you from healing, it picks at your scars. I'm finally turning the porch light to black, because I finally know that you're not that never came. I kept waiting for you to whisper my name. I wasted my summer, I wasted my fall, waiting for a man who wasn't coming at all. I chained my own heart to an empty front gate. I kept waiting, baby, but it's gotten too late. Turning off the light, I'm done waiting, you're not coming. I kept waiting, but no more. I threw away the pictures, I burned all the notes, I deleted the playlist, the romantic quotes. I moved to a city where you've never been. I scrubbed all your fingerprints right off my skin. I'm doing everything the magazines say to wash the attachment completely away. But my body remembers the weight of your chest. My muscle memory refuses to rest. I reach for your hand when I'm crossing the street, an instinct that I just cannot defeat. I know how to leave, I know how to pack, I know how to never, ever look back. I know how to cry in the dead of the night and put on a smile in the morning light. But my heart is a record stuck on a fret. God help me, I don't know how to forget. Your birthday arrives and my chest gets so tight. I know your coffee order, I know what you like. Your mother's maiden name, your childhood scar. These useless details are trapped in a jar inside of my brain, taking up so much space, a permanent gallery of your handsome face. But my body remembers the weight of your chest. My muscle memory refuses to rest. I reach for your hand when I'm crossing the street, an instinct that I just cannot defeat. I know how to leave, I know how to pack, I know how to never, ever look back. I know how to cry in the dead of the night and put on a smile in the morning light. But my heart is a record stuck on a fret. God help me, I don't know how to forget. They say time is an eraser, it rubs it away, but your ink is permanent, refusing to fade. I'm an encyclopedia of a dead romance, trapped in the rhythm of a finished dance. I know how to leave, I know how to pack, I know how to never, ever look back. I know how to cry in the dead of the night and put on a smile in the morning light. But my heart is a record stuck on a fret. God help me, I don't know how to forget. It's wired into me, every detail. I remember it all. I don't know how to forget. I walked into the party wearing this dress. Everyone told me I'm looking my best. I held up a cocktail, I laughed at a joke, while my interior world went up in big smoke. I told all my girlfriends that I'm over you, that I'm loving the freedom, trying something new. The masquerade ball is exhausting my soul. Playing the winner is taking a toll. I'm a desperate actress, forgetting her lines, ignoring the blatantly obvious signs. I can't pretend that I'm okay anymore. I'm leaving my armor right there on the floor. I'm utterly broken, I'm shattered and weak. I'm crying so hard that I can't even speak. I'm dropping the act, I'm facing the end. I'm devastated, baby, and I can't pretend. I slipped to the bathroom and locked the wood door. I sink in my heels right down to the floor. The mascara runs, ruining the facade. A lonely woman appealing to God. I'm so tired of smiling when I wanna scream. I'm so tired of living a terrible dream. The masquerade ball is exhausting my soul. Playing the winner is taking a toll. I'm a desperate actress, forgetting her lines, ignoring the blatantly obvious signs. I can't pretend that I'm okay anymore. I'm leaving my armor right there on the floor. I'm utterly broken, I'm shattered and weak. I'm crying so hard that I can't even speak. I'm dropping the act, I'm facing the end. I'm devastated, baby, and I can't pretend. Let them see the wreckage, let them see the pain. I'm tired of hiding the pouring black rain. I am a woman who lost her true love, and I'm taking off this unbreakable glove. I can't pretend that I'm okay anymore. I'm leaving my armor right there on the floor. I'm utterly broken, I'm shattered and weak. I'm crying so hard that I can't even speak. I'm dropping the act, I'm facing the end. I'm devastated, baby, and I can't pretend. I'm not okay. I'm really not. No more faking. I can't pretend. The papers were signed, the lawyers were paid, the final arrangements were legally made. You moved to the coast, I stayed in the cold. The story of us was officially told. The credits rolled down on the cinema screen, the saddest finale that I've ever seen. You flipped the switch off and you severed the tie. You easily moved to a brand new blue sky. But a woman's devotion is a dangerous beast. It doesn't just stop when the romance has ceased. I loved you past the end, beyond the goodbye, long after the well of our passion went dry. When you were a stranger, when you were a ghost, that's the era I ended get in the shape of my crease. I cheered for your wins from 1,000 miles far, like a desperate fan looking up at a star. It's pathetic and beautiful, tragic and deep, a secret devotion I swore I would keep. You flipped the switch off and you severed the tie. You easily moved to a brand new blue sky. But a woman's devotion is a dangerous beast. It doesn't just stop when the romance has ceased. I love you past the end, beyond the goodbye, long after the well of our passion went dry. When you were a stranger, when you were a ghost, that's the era I ended up loving you most. In the empty apartment, alone with my dread, I loved you completely, long after we bled. I loved you past the boundaries, past the final bend. God help me, baby, I loved you past the end. Love doesn't listen to logical rules. It makes absolute masterpieces out of the fools. I couldn't just turn off the faucet of grace, even when looking at an empty space. I loved you past the end, beyond the goodbye, long after the well of our passion went dry. When you were a stranger, when you were a ghost, that's the era I ended up loving you most. In the empty apartment, alone with my dread, I loved you completely, long after we bled. I loved you past the boundaries, past the final bend. God help me, baby, I loved you past the end, long after it was over.